Before Robert arrives, let's talk about a few introductory issues that you might not have thought about. Not all angry and difficult customers are the same, of course. Some are manipulative and try to get something they aren't entitled to. Some are just naturally ornery to everyone. Some seem angry out of proportion to the issue at hand. But oddly enough, it's important to remember you don't know, yet, what's going on with that person. A lot of anger that's expressed to customer service reps comes from a place of fear and desperation. It's from an accumulation of frustration and feeling backed to a wall, even if the issue is small. Perhaps that person has a sick child, or has experienced a traumatic event. Would you treat him or her the same if you knew? Would you be more understanding? Often, fear, stress, desperation come out as anger. That does not excuse the bad behavior, or the abusive behavior. So what? You might want to start with the mindset is not just an abusive, nasty son of a bitch but someone who is in need. It could be the nasty customer is trying to pull a fast one, but start off with the idea that the person is in need, and you might be able to help in some small way.
Hi, I'm Robert Bacall, and this is, I think, session 7 of our online video course on dealing with difficult, angry, and emotional customers. I usually start off with talking about my book. If it wasn't for the customers, I really like this job, and there you go. And I wanted to point out I have other books too on the subject. This one is called Perfect Phrases for Customer Service. It's not just about angry customers, but it will help you know what to say, the kinds of things that work in a lot of very difficult customer service situations. Okay, so the cool thing about this book, it's published by McGraw-Hill, and you can get it through any bookstore or at Amazon. It's a nice little book. You don't have to read it all through. You can thumb through and find the situations you want and the solutions. And I think the list price is about $12 or something. It's really a great value. Okay, today I want to talk about what customers need to calm down. Okay, you deal with angry customers. What's the psychology here? And now, a lot of people feel that they can't do anything with angry customers because they can't give the customer what they want. Let's say it's a refund or a discount or whatever it might be. The notion is that customers are going to be angry when they can't get what they want. And in fact, that's not the whole truth. In fact, it's not even much of the truth. It happens that what triggers people initially may be that they aren't getting what they want, which would be the product, the discount, as we call this the substantive issue. But if you want people to calm down, the good news is that there are lots of other things people need to calm down. When you know those things, when you understand those things, then you can start dealing with the things that you can do something about. Because after all, in a lot of situations, customers can't have what they want. You're not allowed to give them what they want, or it would bankrupt the company if you give them what they want. Okay? Now some of these are common sense, but a couple of these might be new to you. Okay? A customer wants help, and they want to feel that you are making the effort on their behalf. If you can get that across to them, even if they do not get what they want, they are much less likely to be nasty to you. After all, if you are sincerely helping and communicating that and doing things to help, they're going to kind of like you a bit more. And that's important because if they feel that you are not bothering, if you are not making the effort, guaranteed they are going to get angrier, and you know what? They're going to take it out on you. Okay? So, the second thing, which I think is really important, and this may not have occurred to you, is emotional people, angry people, want to feel they have choices. The worst people to deal with are people who feel trapped, who feel that their back is against the wall, who feel that there's nothing they can do, that they're helpless. So one of the key things that I teach people is that you want to try and give customers as many choices as you can offer them. Now, if you can't give them what they want, then you're going to have to find other ways to make them feel less helpless. So for example, somebody calls, it's on a phone, they want to speak to the manager's not available. Well, you can just leave it, says, well, there's nothing I can do, he's not available. But that is not a good thing. That makes the caller feel helpless and impatient and angry, and they're going to take it out on you. So what you do, instead of just saying, he's not in, it's kind of obvious, you can say, would you like to leave a message? That's a choice. Okay, that's the obvious one. How about this one? Would you like me to take a message? What time would be best for him to call you back? Or would you prefer to call him between 3 and 4 because he'll be here? Those are choices you offer. Okay? Rather than saying you have to call back at 4 o'clock, make it into a choice. And when you start doing that, you are helping people feel like they're more in control of what's going on. And when they are not feeling in control, they're going to strive to get that control. Okay? What else do customers want so that they'll work with you? Customers want acknowledgement as individuals. Don't say things that make the customer feel they're just one of thousands of customers. For example, sometimes someone will say, an employee will say, well, sir, if we made an exception for you, we'd have to do it for everybody. Well, that's saying to the customer, well, you're just like everybody else, I don't really care about you. Okay, so you have to acknowledge the individual and his or her specific situation. Now, I know that's hard when you might be dealing with 100 other people in the same situation, but that customer doesn't care about that. Okay, and again, when you start acknowledging the person as an individual, they will treat you with much more politeness and less aggression. Customers also want a sense of equality and fairness, and that's also an important part of the equation. Okay? So there you have a few things that can give us some hints about what we can actually do in these situations. Now, all of these things actually will translate into particular words and phrases and ways of handling things. But make special attention, take special focus on the customer's want choices, because that's not something that's commonly acknowledged and is probably new to you. Okay, that's it for now.